Hey guys, this is Justin West, and I just want to shoot you a very quick little video. It's actually pretty late here. It is going on about 1:30, we'll say, maybe 2 in the morning. But this is a very time-sensitive issue, which is why I'm shooting it this way. Um, I just stumbled across something that a friend of mine is putting out. His name is Troy James. Maybe you've heard of him, maybe you haven't. He's associated with the Way Cool tool, which was a pretty sweet way a while back to make custom Facebook audiences and whatnot. Back before that was even a thing, right? And then of course Facebook has recently changed their terms of service and whatnot. So, but he was sharing with me this. Gosh, it just blows my mind. Okay, a little bit of backstory. I'm a firm believer in not chasing shiny objects. I absolutely hate shiny objects. I have a business partner who used to chase shiny objects all the time, right? Plugins and apps and this and that and everything else. I don't do that. I don't go for that. What I do appreciate, what I do go for, is assets. And I define an asset as anything that adds value to my business that I don't have to keep paying for over and over and over again. There's a Robert Kiyosaki says, if you have to keep paying for it, it's not an asset, it's a liability. Partially true when it's something you use for your business, of course. But anyway, so I buy assets. I buy things that I buy one time and I never have to touch them again. And there's a handful of things that I use a lot. I was one of the first guys to get Studio Press from Brian Clark of Copyblogger fame. I've actually got a developer's license unlimited, so I get every new theme they ever put out, which is really kind of cool. And just that was a one-time fee, and I have them for life, and they're going to keep updating, and I don't think Copyblogger or Studio Press is going anywhere anytime soon, which is really cool. What else? I have a software called Video Skin that basically lets me take YouTube videos and put them into Facebook with clickable links and email fields and all sorts of cool stuff. And that was a one-time fee. A lot of people will pay $100 a month or $100 a year, so $197 a year to use that service, but I got it for a one-time fee, and it's not going anywhere either. It's a very powerful asset. So I believe in investing in assets, even if they're a little pricier the first time around, because I know that I'll use them. I know I'll get my money out of them. So when Troy, when this little piece of information passed across my desk, I had to jump on it. It blew my mind. It absolutely just, it floored me. What he has a friend who recently purchased a hosting company. And this hosting company offers cloud-based hosting, which is really cool. It's basically, how a mobile responsive website is responsive to whatever device is looking on it. Well, cloud-based is responsible to whatever traffic is there. So you can get spikes of, millions of people, and it won't crash your site. You won't get overage charges and things like that. And they're basically offering an unlimited hosting plan for life. You heard that right. So you pay one time for hosting, and you get it for life. Now, they do have a very small account for, if you want to get a shared server for life, and that's a great deal. It's like $300. And then they have a couple more pricey options, but they're not really pricey when you understand what you're getting. If you get shared hosting, cloud hosting, through something like Amazon or any of those sites with a decent amount of traffic, you're going to be paying hundreds of dollars every single month. I've known guys who pay $500 to $1,000 a month. So if this service costs $10,000 one time, it would be worth it. But it doesn't cost $10,000. It doesn't cost $5,000. It barely costs $2,000 for the biggest package they offer. It's $19.99 or $19.97 or something like that. That's for the biggest package. They have one in between that as well. And it sounds too good to be true. I'll be honest, I was super skeptical, but I had to look, right? That's the type of thing when you hear about it, you say, my cost for not at least investigating it is astronomically high, right? And it comes with a 30-day guarantee. And the really neat thing is, and Troy will go into this, in fact, when you click the link below here, you're going to be taken to a page, and on that page you actually have to sign an NDA, because with this company, it's an existing company that's kind of rebranding, and they have existing customers right now, and if their existing customers found out they can get hosting for life, they'd be a little upset, we'll say. But so yeah, I was just absolutely floored when I saw this. I said, okay, there's no way. And it comes with a 30-day guarantee, and it comes with cPanel access. A lot of cloud hosting, you have to be super techie, right, to understand it or to get into it or to program it. And it's confusing for the average guy. I'm an average guy when it comes to using the internet when it comes to hosting. I mean, I have a lot of websites. I've got 2 or 3 dozen websites that I run, but I'm not super techy. And so when I saw I can get an unlimited cloud hosting package with all the bells and whistles, with cPanel, and it's like the only one out there with cPanel, for easy, you have one-click WordPress installations and things like that, I was just blown away. So I can sit here and keep talking for 20 or 30 minutes because it really is just a fascinating prospect. It really is just, there's nothing out there like this. You pay hundreds of dollars a month for hosting, unless you're very, very beginner, and then you're still paying 300 or 400. In fact, literally 2 days ago, right before I heard about this, I renewed my Bluehost account. I've been with them for a couple of years now, and overall, not bad. The service goes down here and there. They're better than, I'd say, HostGator or companies like that. But their definition of unlimited is definitely not unlimited. I'm getting close to my cap, which makes me nervous. So I am definitely going to be, I think, migrating all of my stuff over to this new service because I'd love to never pay for hosting ever again. I mean, who wouldn't? That's the ultimate asset for any business. If you're an internet marketer, like I am, if you run a business, if you want to, host websites for your friends and charge them $10 a month or whatever for hosting, you can do that with this. And it's just, yeah, the possibilities are essentially limitless. Your mind, if you're listening this far, should be racing with possibilities as well. So click the link and just hear what he has to say. Sign the NDA, non-disclosure agreement, and he'll give you like a little 15-20 minute long overview of all of the stuff going into it. I can't go any further into this again because I've actually signed the NDA as well, so I can basically just point you towards the NDA and say, hey, look at this, you need to sign it. But if you're watching this still, click the button, at least satisfy your curiosity, and go from there. I'm Justin West. Thank you for watching.